Hey everybody, you're back with Girl Code, and I have approved water by Elsa the Queen. Yeah, you see that, guys? It's frozen water from Arendelle, and you guys aren't cool enough to drink it.
Nope.
Are we actually recording?
Yes, I'm that cool.
I just
Welcome
have tap
to
water.
Girl Code. My name is Brittany.
And I'm Brianna.
And I'm Marianne, who loves frozen.
And her water.
Frozen water.
It's not frozen.
Maybe it's Olaf. Crap, I'm sorry, Olaf.
So, we have a lot of topics to talk about, just like the last time. Yes. So, would you like to start us off?
I'm starting.
Yes.
All
That's why we
right.
are looking at you.
What is the number one thing that stresses you out? Daily.
My boyfriend.
Yeah.
Just one?
Or you can name however many you want.
We'd be here all night.
I know.
How about college?
Oh.
In general.
Teachers that don't realize the whole communication boundaries, because I always get stuck with students that don't communicate effectively. And I mean, I love international students, but I have an issue with trying to get my point across. And I have an issue with trying to be like, okay, here's your deadline. Let's borrow some pen dot signs and be like, okay, what do we need to understand, people? But I mean, I love international students, and it's just an issue that I have that stresses me out, because there's that culture shock, and
You just need, like, patience. Really, that's like
patience is a virtue, and I guess
Yeah.
we all have lost the virtue.
Yeah. I think my biggest, like, I don't know, stress.
It doesn't have to be at school. Just,
Well,
you said your boyfriend?
yeah, but that was just a joke. There's these soccer girls in my dorm room, and like,
Don't name names.
no, I don't even know their names. They're just soccer girls to me. But anyways, like, they talk so loud, like from 10 a.m. Well, no, 10 p.m. to like 3 a.m. And I'm like, really? And I'm doing homework throughout this time, and I can't sleep because they're still up, and they don't close their door. They leave it open.
You should shut it for them.
Just
I
walk up to their door and be like,
See ya.
Here, I'll help you out.
Okay. Just
there,
sneak in there.
there was a couple weeks ago, at 3 o'clock in the morning, these girls come screaming through the hallway, and then all of a sudden, dead silence, and we hear my roommate's keys open the door, and we're all like, what in the world is going on? And they just start walking away, and they had our door open, and we're like,
What?
it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And I mean, every person has their own cup of tea of how they leave their keys in the door. I mean, both of us are like blind as a bat if we don't, and we forget, you're in a sleep coma. If you have to use the restroom in the middle of the night, you forget your keys.
Yeah.
So my roommate leaves her keys in the door so she doesn't forget them. But opening up somebody's door at 3 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
come on, people.
Oh my gosh.
I was ready to chase him down the hallway.
It's so weird. Like, okay. So, speaking of boyfriends, relationships.
Are
So-
annoying.
Yeah, they can be. I agree. I feel like the littlest things piss me off. Yep. And what about you? What interests you about guys?
I mean,
Nothing.
I made a promise to my mom that after my education, because during freshman year, I got caught up between a guy, and he just was not the right guy, and I
Yeah.
was really good friends with him, and now we're like on a okay ground level with each other.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're okay with yourself, I mean, you don't need a guy.
Right.
And it takes a strong girl with a strong head to be able to say that.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's the right guy, then you're okay in a relationship. But
Yeah.
I mean, some girls just get mentally abused, and that's what type of relationship I was in. So,
Yeah.
and that's just an unhealthy way to be going to college and
Yeah.
facing. So, I mean, a lot of girls don't actually have a strong enough networking system to actually have somebody to say, hey, let's do this and let's do that. And I find girls today actually have more of a problem. They have all their friends and family say, hey, get out of this relationship, get out of this and do this and this and this and this, and yet they never, they're what we like to call ask-holes.
Why?
Because they always ask for your opinion,
But they don't take it.
They don't take it,
Yeah.
and then they fall on their butts, but they never listen.
I mean, the process is making a mistake and learning from it, so then you can like find that right person, if that makes sense.
But at the end, I mean, if you're that person giving the advice, don't you want to just scream to the heavens?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Go, yeah.
Yeah, but I know I had that problem with my ex-boyfriend. Like, I didn't listen to anybody, and like I let him pretty much like use me, but it wasn't like, I don't know, bad, but like he still like used me in some ways. And so after that relationship and after he broke up with me, then I realized like, wow, everyone was right. Like, he didn't keep any of his promises and all this other stuff. And then I found this amazing guy like 3 weeks after. Yes.
Well, there's a joke that my great-grandma always told me. She's like, you're going to date 7 guys in your life. You're going to, and I'm like, sometimes you're going to probably date more than that, great-grandma. And she's like, you're going to date the country guy. You're going to date the fisher. You're going to date
The fisher.
Oh, this is her tale of men.
Okay.
You're going to date the smart butt. You're going to date the really smart butt. And I'm like, okay, what's your point? Then you're going to date the really, really gorgeous country man. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then she's like, then you're going to find your really cute Italian boy. And I'm like, I love you.
That escalated. Okay.
And she's just, because my great-grandma's Italian.
Yeah.
And she's just like, but then you're going to marry him because he's going to treat you right.
Well, a little biased, but yeah.
We're on the Italian subject again.
Oh, dear.
Oh, no. Don't get her started, please.
Get that.
I just had it this
Spaghetti.
weekend
I did.
on Sunday.
What'd you do?
I eat spaghetti on every Sunday.
But you
This
probably
I
had
get
the
tired.
real. You probably had the real stuff, not the fake stuff that's served.
Yeah, I had real stuff.
What does that even mean?
I don't think I would eat.
It's called
Like,
Thiel
they probably
versus
just
real
open a can
stuff.
of sauce and dump it on your spaghetti, and the spaghetti's probably mushy, not al dente.
Not all what?
Al dente? Don't you know what that means?
No, I speak American.
No, it just means to the tooth, like not too squishy or too hard.
I speak American, not.
No, I've never
dear.
heard that, but okay.
Oh dear. Awkward silence, people. Awkward
Waiting
silence.
on you.
Okay, so another question. Being a college student, do you think parking here and coffee should be included in tuition free?
Sound like you said porking.
Parking. Shut up,
Parking,
I have a
everybody.
cold.
We have a new accent here at Thiel College. It's called parking.
Well, I agree on the free parking. That'd be nice.
I mean, I don't drive around here at college, so I mean, I don't have a necessity, but I know a lot of other students do. But for students that do drive, they should have it free.
Yeah, we already pay so much
Well-
money, and then we have to pay to park.
It's just a problem where.
But I do agree with coffee.
Okay,
Coffee's
I
awesome.
don't understand how we have to use so many handicaps, like parking spots. Like, there's not even a lot of handicaps here.
Yeah, I know.
And then we also have like fines if we like park in the RA spot. There.
I think the police just live to
I don't think they
fine.
have anything else to do.
I know.
So
Well,
they make stupid things
duh.
up that people do.
I
a
know.
roll.
During band camp, the police would just come over, and then they give us like 30 seconds, and then you'd see a bunch of band kids just running for the hills trying to get to their car.
Oh yeah.
It was just the funniest sight in the world just to see them be like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get fined.
Oh my god. But
Well, how about this? This weekend, I had to set up help work the football game, and my coach told me to park at the Pass Event Center. So I thought it was like, I don't even know what that is. Is it a church? What is it?
It's like a
It's
a
all
group.
the way like over there.
It's
Yeah,
a
well,
group
I
center
parked-
where when you graduate, that's where you will walk.
Oh yeah, I didn't park there. I parked at the church. I thought it was a church, so I parked in a parking spot that wasn't. I thought I was gonna get a ticket. So the whole game I had anxiety because I was
It's
worrying.
a church.
Yeah, but it said like authorized vehicles or parking only or whatever.
Why that one?
I don't know. I didn't. I just thought I could park there, but I couldn't. But I didn't get a ticket, so it's all
Oh,
good.
that's good.
Yeah, no.
And for the coffee,
Everybody would be happier and
I mean,
more
I think
awake.
that's you,
Well,
but
here's the thing. Eventually, when you're older, you have to learn to get rid of the sugary beverages and learn to become more
Yeah.
sophisticated with the coffee. So, win-win situation.
Nobody would be falling asleep.
I'm a tea person.
Well, then get tea. We
Yeah,
we
free
can work
coffee
this out.
and tea.
But the problem with like hot beverages is I get tired.
We can get you an iced coffee
There's iced tea.
or
as
iced
well.
tea.
I mean, it's a win-win situation.
Any drink can
I
be hot or
guess.
cold.
Okay, just make every beverage like free. That'd be
Yeah.
nice.
I mean, if water's free, why can't coffee be free?
Ooh.
True.
Probably because of beans.
We'll start in the greenhouse. We'll start growing our own coffee beans.
Oh, that would be so awesome.
We'll get Professor Pele on this.
Okay, so I've been on like several road trips because my father like lives in Florida, so and like my grandmother lives in like Oklahoma, so I have to like pass through all these states, and I don't know, I just felt different about each one. There's just like a different kind of like feeling in each one, if that
West
makes
Virginia sucks.
sense. Why?
It takes forever to get through.
Oh, the mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are terrible. But
Terrible.
it's so pretty though.
Yeah, it is pretty.
Except for you don't get service.
My
So you're
first
just
time
kinda-
in St. Louis, Missouri, we almost got into a car accident, and because that was the first time we ever drove through like 6 lanes on a highway.
Oh no.
And this lady was like on a cell phone, and we're trying to merge into one lane, and I mean, we were moving my sister down to Fort Hood at the time, and I'm like completely curled up with all this like stuff on the one side, and I'm waking up from a nap, and all I see is this car coming right at the side,
Yeah.
about to T-bone us. And I wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh, we're gonna die, and next thing, I'm like screaming, the horn's being laid on, and the lady is like, oh, maybe I need to stop. And like, there's probably this much room between the car and I mean, it couldn't have been more than 5 inches from the car and
Wow.
us. And she
Nice.
finally realized after talking on the phone, so please do not talk and drive on the phone. It's just as bad as drinking and driving.
Yes.
Pretty much 90% of people I pass are on their phone.
It's so annoying.
All of
and
them
they
texting.
drive so slow.
I mean, it's take the couple minutes to do whatever that thing is of what Demi Lovato is trying to do, the
Oh, yeah, I saw
hashtag
it.
X or whatever, and send to your friends. Start that little thing, because it's not worth the passing away in a car accident. I mean, I just heard about my friend losing another person in a car accident, and I mean, I have seen so many people pass away in car accidents, and I've
It's not
known
worth
them.
it.
It's not worth losing your life just because you need to answer that phone. Put it away. I mean, if you are in an accident, then there's another reason. Leave your phone on, put it on vibrate and leave it in the dashboard or something, because that 2 seconds that you're not paying attention could risk somebody else's life.
Or if it's that important, then stop somewhere. Like,
They have sides of the roads for you.
yeah, unless you're on the turnpike, then there's no stopping because you got to pay like $10 to get in, and then like, yeah, sorry.
funny
I'm complaining about
story
the
about that.
turnpike.
we got so lost. My mom, there's this big U sign, and my mom's all like, what? This is before my mom passed away, and she's all like, oh, I'm gonna make a big U-turn, and it says no U-turn, like not even 10 feet away from us.
Nice.
And there's all these like police officers in their cars, like 10 feet away from us. I was like, yes, let's see how you do this one. And so I'm like, here's $10. Let's just go down the turnpike.
Wait, was it the authorized vehicle, like, road?
I have no idea. All I know is that we ended up going down some border of the Ohio. We were coming back from Cleveland, Ohio, and we couldn't find our way out, and, I couldn't figure she was gonna do a U-E, and I'm like, there's police officers right here.
Did they pull her over?
Nope.
Good.
It was one of those moments where I'm like,
sometimes you get lucky. They don't really care. They're just like, didn't see anything, getting donuts.
well, the joke was is that my mom got pulled over the one time, and we actually had a broken tail light, and
Okay.
and we had stopped at Krispy Kreme donuts, and I'm like, all I said was, oh, he must have smelled the donuts, and I said it really loud, and he looked in the back and he's like, I'll let you go on that comment.
Did you give him a donut?
No.
Why?
He actually had a gluten allergy.
Oh, nice.
He's like,
You found out a lot about this cop.
well, he's actually my cousin, so.
Nice.
The day I actually got my license, my mom called the police station because,
To freak you out?
well, they actually, my cousin and a lot of other people actually knew my mom, and they were just like, oh, we're gonna freak her out. So they called people, and the people that were stationed in the area that I was driving actually were like, oh, I see your car, we're gonna pull her over. So I'm freaking out that did something wrong, and they pulled me over. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I don't know what I did. And I had everything prepared, and I'm like practically in tears, and they're like, oh, we just wanted to say congratulations on your license today, and
Wow.
I'm like, I hate you so much.
Did you cry?
I was
I've never been pulled over.
Me either.
I'm like too scared, and like every time I see a cop, I go, drive like a grandma.
well, every year when your registration goes up, they give you like 10 days to turn it in, and then you get the little sticker that police can pull you over if they have any questions. And my mom never had somebody pull her over because they knew who she was, but I always got pulled over for it, and I'm like, seriously, people. I'm like, am I a police magnet?
Like, just because your license plate, like, they see that and they're just like...
I'm like, do we have, like, radar vision or something that you could see this big of a sticker? I mean, it's like a 1-inch sticker. Okay. So last night I ended up going to the theater, and they...
Oh, right, I saw you there.
Yeah, we
So
bumped
call me
in.
back.
Yeah, I was carrying, like, massive bags.
Talking about this show.
It's, like, the cutest little thing. They have this, like, little boy who reminds me of my brother at that age. His name is Jake, and he is the cutest little thing, so you better go out and see the show. He screams, we should be heathens.
He knows that word.
Yeah. I'm like, you have to be no more than 8 years old. And, I mean, I don't know if you guys have little brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine this, I'm taking their headshots last night.
Yeah.
And this kid comes up and goes, I'm going to challenge you before you take my headshot. And I'm like, okay. And I have him sit down, and he goes, I want you to sit here, and you're going to watch me do this, and you cannot laugh. And he goes, and I'm like, okay. And he goes, everybody's laughed. Why I done that? I said, I have a niece and nephew. And I have a younger brother. He goes, not fair, man. Not fair. But we're just promoting the show, so you should go out, and the show is from this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's 7:30, and it runs about 2 hours. You can email reservations@thiel.edu or call over and make reservations with Pete Ryberg. And it's called An Enemy of the People. And I was just, from the little snippets of that I had gotten, it was a really great show. So, I mean, I get to see the full play. Props of being the photographer tonight. But you guys should go make reservations. Bring your boyfriends.
Oh, my boyfriend lives like 6.5 hours away. I think that's not happening. But
Via Skype it.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta bring you here.
That just reminded me. Okay, so I think the day after that play, we have cabaret, the 21st and the 22nd. So you guys should also see that because
Like it's a cabaret.
Are you in it?
Yeah.
You
Of course
are.
I'm in it. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm in the chorus. But it's really good, and all the singers and soloists are amazing. So, yeah. And they play Disney songs.
It
I'm
supports
revealing
Broadway.
secrets.
It
But-
supports Broadway.
Yes.
I mean, all donations that are given on that night help support different Broadway performances. So.
I think it's for kids too.
Well, yeah, kids can come in and help. Also, with the play that's going on this weekend, anybody, it's age restriction of 12 years and up. So, just
I do not even want to know. Okay.
bear warned.
So, anything else you got to talk about?
So when I went to high school and like grade school, we didn't have uniforms, and I think we should have because a lot of kids dress like really inappropriately, and people constantly got sent to the office to call their parents and change their outfits. So do you think all like grade schools should have to have a uniform?
Yes.
Did you have a uniform?
No.
In fourth grade, the uniform code started changing, and then in high school, it seemed, and don't take offensive to this, but the skinnier you were, the shorter the shorts you could wear.
Oh, yeah.
And it seemed, because we had male principals, if you looked good in it,
Yeah.
and I mean, being a female, if you looked good in it, you could get away with it. And I mean, it's not fair. Like, I worked in a cup factory this summer, and we had dress codes as well. And I'm just bringing that only because of how the length of the shorts that we were required.
Oh, right, yeah.
All girls should have to wear like at least above the knee length of shorts. They're Bermuda style shorts, and it would stop a lot of the sexual harassment and things like that. Not necessarily have a school written uniform, because eventually they could individualize it, because we've all seen, I've at least seen Legally Blonde.
Oh, yep.
The one where the
Yeah.
twins make
Yep.
their own individualized costumes, and it's a good thing that they can individualize it, but no matter what clothing that they wear, they could still.
They're going to rebel against it at some point.
I just feel like it would eliminate a lot of like people
Because
being jealous of each other because what other kids have and what some kids can't afford
But
nice
sure.
clothes.
Some parents will still find a way to have better things for their
Yeah.
children.
Yeah.
I think my problem is that I'll be like, I have to get up at like 5:30 or whatever a.m. and like I would have to get ready for school, and I don't know what to wear. So if we had like a uniform, it would be simple, and then people would be like, "Did you wear that yesterday?" Like, well, yeah, because it's our uniform.
So we have to wear.
Yeah. So.
I mean, the problem was with me growing up, at least I struggled with, is that I didn't grow up with a family that had a lot, and a lot of my clothes came from hand-me-downs.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I
And-
know. I know how.
And my sister was like, she was curvy, but she wasn't like my voluptuous size.
Mhm.
So you're all like, she just did that.
You just popped out a word. I was just
Yes.
surprised.
It's something that I learned to be acceptable for what I had, and I learned to shop for me, and people like, I know people put me into a category that maybe I didn't have enough friends, and that's okay, because that made me a better person. I was socially accepted for who I was.
Mhm.
And now people are like, I talk to people now that were only accepted for what they had.
Mhm.
And they're like, oh my gosh, I treated you horribly. And now I'm one of their friends, and they're like, oh my gosh.
Well, that's cool.
So it doesn't matter if they have a code or not, but I think it would be nice and it'd be in middle school. middle school's like that vital thing where they're just discovering everything.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're discovering everything. If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we've all been there, done that. So, I mean, that's about my whole opinion on that.
All right, so I'm going back to places. But what would be your, like, dream place? Like, well, I mean, not, like, to live in, just, like, to go. Like, to travel to.
Italy.
Yeah, Italy, because I have family there.
Really?
This is
My
where you're going to
cousins
push us
actually
off
just
this
moved
side.
back last year from Italy to where I live.
I want to go see Juliet's Wall.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's really pretty. I've never been, but my friend took pictures.
Yeah, I want to go see Juliet's Wall and leave her a letter.
I want to do that thing in, like, I think it's in
The
France. Yeah,
The
the
lock.
lock. And then
My friend
throw
did
it.
that.
Yeah, but apparently they all take it down, so it's really...
Maybe we should just start one here.
Ooh, we should. Let's grab a fence. Oh, speaking of things, wait, hold on. Let me tell you what my place is. Okay, so I want to go to Africa after the Ebola or whatever it's called.
What's up with the whole dollar donation on Google and Facebook?
I don't know.
Like, that's going to save people.
Yeah. I just don't understand how, like, people are, like, so rich, like Google. Like, I don't understand why they can't, like, make the proceeds.
Maybe they just want us to be involved.
I guess, but, like...
Maybe that's a tax deduction at the end of the year.
Yes, but... Okay, well, okay, I was going to tell you guys. I went in the woods with, like, 2 of my friends, and I was taking pictures, well, trying to. But the sun was already too low. But, so... as we were coming back, I found a plank of wood. So I'm like, I'm going to take this. Like, I'm going to make it into a Christmas present. And so I took it, and I painted it.
She painted it, everybody.
Yeah, and it was really cute. It actually looks good, and it doesn't look like just a random piece of wood that I found in the woods. But, like, I mean, it was like the ones that, like, you build, like there was nails in it.
There was
someone
nails.
used it. I just recycled it.
She upcycled.
What'd you turn it into?
I turned it into a sign.
Oh.
Yeah, and it says Ohana, and then dash means family, and then
Aww.
family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. So yeah.
She
And
upcycled wood.
yeah, and I was going to like
Are there bugs living in it?
I don't think
Hey,
so.
now we know what ohana means.
Yeah.
Bugs inside wood.
I don't think there was. I mean, I put it in the sink and I like washed it. So. Yeah.
That's cool.
And then I had to beat the nails down because they were sticking out with like a piece of rock. I thought like I was like
Brittany with a hammer? That's scary.
with a rock hammer. Yeah. So I didn't have a hammer. But yeah, I went totally like middle age or whatever. Middle age
Utopian
era.
society, everybody.
I can get around if like the zombie apocalypse happened.
Yeah, probably.
Hit the
It's
walkers.
recycling
Hit the
wood.
walkers.
Making Christmas.
You could get the
presents.
nails out and use them.
Yes. Beat them with a piece of wood. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of Dead Island. I used to like hit them with paddles. Okay, I'm done. Before this gets weird.
So,
It's been
we are
weird.
going to have to conclude it here.
I guess.
Yes, it's been a very conversational topic today. But this concludes this episode of Girl Code.
Girl code.
That wasn't your Wookie call. There we go. It's officially over. I'm Marianne.
I'm Brittany, bitch.
And I'm Brianna.
See ya.